Hello and welcome to episode 89 of the DaebakCast. This is a weekly podcast where the three of us come together each week to talk about K-pop and whatever's current in the industry. Today, me and Andrew are in the same room because I drove down here to where he lives, which is near New York City, to see Hyukoh in New York City last night. But it would have been like
2 days.
Yeah, so on Friday, September 21st. Anyways, man, it was amazing. So, basically, we have some album reviews this week. We just recorded one with Umu, which you'll get that on Thursday and Friday. We're just gonna put that out last, and then we also have Ujusonya, GOT7, and Unity.
Yep.
And
Yes.
anyways, as always, I'm joined by Nate.
What?
Is that really of all the English lyrics you were gonna pick? Oh my god, you Dreamcatcher Stan.
Oof. And also, as always, I'm joined by Andrew, who usually has three things.
As Jacob said, number one, Hyukoh was incredible last night. So was the opening act, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, we loved Inner Wave, and they have a song called Oof. So Oof has just been inserted into our vocabulary more than usual.
I already say it a lot.
I mean, yeah, I say it a lot normally, but just more than usual now. Now that there's a song, so obviously Hyukoh was insane. I don't know,
Literally insane. Like he went crazy on stage.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. No, he's insane because his shoes. I swear to God, they were like sneaker cowboy boots. I don't understand.
People in the crowd kept saying, "I love your shoes," and he kept going, "Thank you."
Yeah, he's just super quiet and barely talks on the mic, even when people yell stuff at him. But yeah, it's an amazing concert. I know you've been waiting for that to see them for years.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, because when they first came out with Gondry, when I first saw that was when I first got into Hyukoh. So
yeah,
it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, they performed Gondry and the rest of the very 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 good variety. It's not just all off of 24, which we reviewed earlier in the year.
Yep.
It was a very set list, so I did enjoy that. Number two, we just got back from Six Flags. So that was awesome because it's the first time I've been to Six Flags in God knows how many years. We rode all the great rides, Great Adventure like King the Ka, El Toro. We went on Nitro. Yeah, Nitro was probably the best one.
Yep, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
I've decided.
hold on. Actually, I'll just put up on, or just go, if you look at our Twitter, I bought the ride photo and we're just doing this, and Jacob's hair is just everywhere because it's,
And my chin is like this.
yeah,
I'm being
he's
pushed back.
yeah, he's just being pushed into the seat. It's so funny. But yeah, I mean, I live pretty close to Great Adventure, so it's just been in my backyard all this time. But it's been ever since I started college. I just stopped going. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. That's on our that's next on our list for famous YouTuber hangouts. We all have to go to Six Flags, except we'll be hanging out with other famous YouTubers and not us.
We won't be there.
We won't be the famous ones. And number three, if you've sort of been watching us for any stretch of time over the past year, you kind of may have noticed that literally I just kept wearing a hat for the past couple of months, for the past 4 or 5 months. That's because my barber, I didn't have a chance to get a haircut, and apparently my barber was construction or something. So with no other resort, I actually I got in contact with an old friend of mine, and we caught up and he cut my hair and everything. So it turned out really great. So I just want to give a shout out to my friend Joseph, who works at the Wolves Den Barber Shop in Westfield, New Jersey. So yeah, I won't have to wear a hat again or anymore. I can wear a hat again. I'm not
A little bit.
No, because even at work I had to wear a hat because I'm this shit is ugly. So okay, and those were my three things.
Yes. So without further ado, we can get into.
Wait, who are you?
I'm Jacob. Hashtag no blown up.
Hashtag no blown up.
Yep, I found it, but still no blown up because I didn't bring it with me to Andrew's house. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyways, without further ado, we can go into the first review, which is WJSN's Uju Please.
Woo.
Woo.
All right, since I'm the biggest fan.
Ujusoño.
Is that the chant?
I will
Ujusoño.
fight you on that.
Hey, no. You get all the other groups.
Fight you
Just
on
let me
that.
have Ujusoño. Come on.
Let's have a K-pop
Yeah.
Star Wars parody where the lightsabers are light sticks.
No. Okay, so this is Ujusoño, and I believe this is their fourth, or I've lost track of how many.
Their
Fifth? I don't know.
fifth.
17th.
I think they're fifth or sixth.
Yeah. It's a mini album called WJ Plays or Would You Please. So, yep. And also just sort of I guess context behind this music video
It's their
or
fifth. Plus they have a full length.
context behind this release. Due to contractual obligations / nonsense, the Chinese members of Ujusoño are officially not participating in this, so just take that into account.
No
Ujusoño.
Shengxiao.
Boo, Ujusoño.
Ujusoño.
So, all right,
Ujusoño.
we can get into the review. The first track is called "Save Me, Save You." Okay, so, all right, I guess Nate kind of ruined my expectations when I heard this track. Cause he was like, or going into this track, cause he was just like, oh my god, this is the best Ujusoño song ever.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
that
okay.
means that you're wrong.
Yeah, no. It isn't the best Ujusoño song ever, but I still do enjoy it. I still really enjoy it. It's an interesting evolution of their sound because, I mean, it's interesting to see that they're making the choice to sort of like progress their sound further than they did before, because like Dreams Come True might be one of their most popular songs as of late, and it did really well in Korea, so I'm kind of surprised that they sort of decided to make a song like this instead. So yeah, it's a very interesting sort of like approach to it. Like I'd say if it were to remind me of anything, it kind of reminds me less of like a Ujusoño song, and maybe it takes a step a bit towards like how G-Friend sort of went for a darker sound.
Fingertip.
Yeah, with like not fingertip, but like with Time for the Moonlight. Again, it's just interesting to see all these groups that have been around for a while sort of make that evolutionary step. Also, again, despite the Chinese line not being here, it's very interesting to see how they sort of how they compensated for that, and it is a net positive in this case. Basically, like the biggest sin of a lot of Ujusoño songs is that the chorus is just like 90% Yeonjung. But in this case, it actually isn't. They do a very good job of sort of spreading the lines around more than they normally would. I guess just because they're down 3 members. So
Yeah, but then Cooper will still yell at you because Daewon still got no lines.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry, Daewon, but yeah, I mean, I did enjoy it. I did have sort of my gripes at the beginning a bit, but I do still enjoy the song. It probably won't knock off something like Secret in terms of like best Ujusoño songs. Just because I guess like Dreams Come True. There's also another one of my favorites, but I know I just say like maybe just like visually or just like with the music video or with the choreography, it just didn't catch me as much or interest me as much as those older songs did. But
Is that a pun?
Huh?
Catch me.
Huh?
Catch me?
Yeah. It didn't. It
Got
didn't.
'em.
It just didn't like hit the same level of quality, but it's still good. It's still good considering how like last minute all of the sort of like member lineup nonsense has been happening. Because I'm like because they did reveal they said that basically the Chinese members are actually singing on this
not
song.
in this song.
Oh, not in
No,
this song?
that's
Oh, I thought
wrong.
it was.
I thought so too, but I looked it up. They're they're only in the last 2 songs on the album.
Okay. But I mean, my point
They're
was
not
that,
in the
or my point being that
Yeah,
they were
they are
probably
around.
like all of the members were probably preparing for this for like months now, and then for them to be just suddenly like taken away like this, like at the very last second, it could have gone like much worse than it did. So I do applaud them for being able to salvage like a mess of a situation and still being able to put out a really good song. Jacob.
So for me, I've never really been super smitten by WJSN, so I don't really listen to them all that much. Like, I thought Dreams Come True was decent, so I thought this was a little bit better than Dreams Come True for me. Basically, it's better than other songs that aren't Happy, because I like Happy because it's really just a Twice song. Because it's Black Eyed Peas song. But yeah, this one was decent. It's, again, like, not my favorite thing, but I thought it was good for a WJSN song, so yeah.
Nate?
Okay, now let me tell you why everyone's wrong. And this.
What? I like the song.
No, I know.
How am I wrong?
No, yeah. Like Andrew said, I 100% think this is my favorite Ujusonya song. I think it's like a darker evolution of like their signature sound, which I thought like Dreams Come True. They had Dreams Come True, which is like a little bit different than their signature sound, but still fit in that. And this is like a darker version of that.
I'd say it's probably more of a return to that, because again, with Happy and like Kiss Me, they went so far away from it.
Yeah,
yeah.
They returned to their signature sound. They changed it up a tiny bit, but this is changing it up more, and it's just like a darker version, like you said, of that stuff, which I thought was great. I like their signature style, but it was starting to wear thin for me.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is like literally everything I wanted. I also think this is their best music video. I think it's their best styling. I think it's their best choreo. Like, I think literally everything about the song is my favorite out of their releases. All three outfit styles in the music video are great.
I mean, I love the outfits,
they
especially
all contrast really well.
Like the school one is, or like the
exactly.
I don't understand the music video, because like they're in school. Well, 1 second, and then they're just like
the magical school, like
it's like it's like Harry Potter might be a theme in like between this album and then the next album. We'll get there, but
so like all three outfit styles with like the plaid school outfits, the colorful dresses, and then the black and white outfits are just, they like contrast really well, but they all look amazing. I really like the hand choreography. Like, I think it's really memorable and like elegant looking. So yeah, and then the MV still has that like signature Ujusonya style that they have, with the like crazy color.
Yeah, basically,
coloring and like,
it's a
oversaturation.
Yeah, it's a Ujusonya music video if like the background's just like all CG and it's just like pastel colors and shit. Like, you don't know what's going on basically.
But no, yeah, I literally think everything about this is my favorite. There was nothing like literally the only negative thing I have is the fact that the Chinese members weren't in it, but that's not really like anyone's fault other than I-Yah's. So,
that's their mess.
There's basically a custody battle going on the sea line between I-Yah and Tencent.
Honestly, what do they expect to do with those Chinese members? Like,
I don't know. What? I mean, or like, did WJSN like sort of expect that? Yeah, like, what did they expect them to like be in their own group? Did they expect them to like,
This is because of Rocket Girls.
But right. I mean, but how does that explain Cheng Shao like not being?
Because I think Rocket Girls is ginormous, and so they have other trainees. So they're just
like Rocket Girls, like I can understand if it was
Chinese
just
girl group with
I can understand if it's purely about Rocket Girls, but it just seems like they're kind of souring to the idea of co-managing, because again, like we've been watching a lot of Produce again, and this year and the previous year, I-Yah sent their own trainees separate to Starship, so it's become very apparent that they want to get their own like sort of base established in Korea, but at this point,
I don't think it's in like, I think they're just gonna have a Chinese girl group, because there was there was like 8 trainees on Produce.
Oh, that's true. But
they had a whole girl group's worth of trainees, and then you just they're gonna hold all popular.
Yeah, they're gonna hold all of them hostage and then just add Chung Shao. So. I hope not. So, I mean, that's for another day, but I'd say.
But no,
like, just to close it out, like I think the only reason why I didn't like the choreography as much is because the choreography during the chorus just reminds me too much of Banana Allergy Monkey. Like it's that same type of choreography. Like if you really think about it, and I'm just like, oh, like I like Banana Allergy Monkey, but I thought the choreography was really weird, so that just kind of put me off. Next, we have you. So we get you, and what?
Look out for my English lyrics for next episode.
If this was like a normal release cycle, I would totally expect this song to be the single, because it sounds like it would, like this song sounds like it could have been a single for them. Maybe that's why I actually might like it more than Save Me Save You, just because the chorus of this song is so good. I believe both of these were written by Full Bloom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, Full Bloom has just been on a roll this entire year, just with everything that they've been producing, like between this and I think they did some stuff for GOT7, and obviously with Produce 48. Like they're really just like sort of like cementing themselves as a go-to producer group in K-pop. So obviously, yeah, it's a perfect recipe. Like one of my favorite I-Yah branch group with one of my favorite producers of the year. So yeah, I mean, again, maybe it's more because of it's a return to more of the traditional Ujusoño sound, which I never got like soured of yet. So again, I just really, I don't know. To some people, I know it can sound like standardish a bit, and I know that's why Jacob doesn't like it as much. But I don't know. There's just something about like Ujusoño's delivery and the style of music that they do. Maybe it's because it's more like chiptunesy and Japanese style almost. Maybe that's why I like it. So yeah, it might not be a popular opinion, but yeah, this might be my favorite song on the entire one. Jacob?
All right, so for me, again, I wasn't totally blown away with this one. It seems kind of just like more of the same of what we've got that I've never been blown away with. And I don't know what it is. Like I feel like maybe it's their vocals, like nobody's voice specifically stands out to me, I guess. And it kind of just blends in with everybody else's, and maybe it's that. I'm not really sure.
It's really hard to distinguish XC's voice.
I know, it's so easy.
Yeah,
I know,
but I'm talking more about the vocals, not the rap.
Yeah, I'd say the vocals, because like outside of like maybe like Yeonjung, it's kind of hard to tell who everyone else is. Honestly, for me, and I mean, like despite them being my favorite, it's so being a 13-member group, it's hard to like pick out individual vocals. So I don't blame you for that, honestly.
Yeah, I can probably only pick out like half of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, the song was okay, but like again, it didn't really blow me away that much.
Yeah, for me, I agree with Andrew that like this is closer to their like original sound, their signature sound, but I still think this is even like taking it. This is kind of like an evolution in a different direction, because it's much more electronica than. Like,
which is that's totally, I'm okay with that, honestly.
Yeah, same. I thought the song was like just as good. I was really surprised with how good the song was, considering how much I liked Save Me Save You. But like there's so much going on with the instrumentals, and like all of it is so good. Like it's actually the synth style reminds me of like older style girl group Innocent songs like Soshi and stuff.
Maybe, that's why we're sort of like,
but then the
it.
vocals layered on it are still like Ujusoño style vocals.
Yeah, definitely.
So like it's kind of a cool mix, I thought. I thought this was a perfect choice for their promotional B-side.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, definitely the going off with those synths, like the synths again, they're very echoey and very spacey, so again it fits into like their whole Cosmic Girls theme again. I'd say they're one of the best of the like I-Yah branch groups that's sort of like having like an identifiable sort of thing. It's like Ujusoño does weird space shit, like that's how you know it's a Ujusoño song.
Yeah Wiki Miki does Girl Crush.
Yeah, basically. So,
and apparently, hopefully, punk. Now.
Hopefully, punk. We'll get to that soon. Next, we have I-Yah. I-Yah. Yeah. I don't know, because it's weird because they say I-Yah, but it's spelled
it's I.
This is I-Yah.
Yeah, it's I, but in Korean they pronounce it'd be E, right? So or something, I don't know, something like that. Anyway,
it's probably I-Yah.
I-Yah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it would be 2 syllables. It is actually I-Yah. I'm looking at the.
Oh,
Korean right now.
like I-E and like okay.
I-Yah. It's
Yeah.
I-Yah. Yeah.
That makes sense. So again, going back to what I was saying before with "Save Me, Save You," where I thought they were taking a step in the same direction that G-Friend did. This sounds straight up like they took a play out of G-Friend's playbook in this, and just sort of the way it uses the strings, almost G-Friend-esque in that sort of manner, and especially during the chorus, just like how they do the vocals again, just reminded me of them in the best way, in what I actually like about G-Friend, despite all of my problems with their music a lot. So, and yeah, it's just super catchy. That's probably like a big reason as to why I love G-Friend songs. It's just like, again, there may not be too much musical complexity to to most of their catalog. It's just super catchy when it comes to these choruses.
Yeah, this one was one that I actually did like off the album. Like Andrew said, it was more like a G-Friend style song, which I always enjoy. Yeah, like the chorus, the I-Yah, I-Yah, that part can get stuck in your head and stuff like that. The rap in like towards the end was pretty good. So yeah.
I was wondering if Jacob was gonna pick this up because I knew Andrew wouldn't. But okay, so
means
this
it's
is
a child.
No,
it's a child.
No,
I'm a child.
no.
Oh, no,
This is literally.
I doubt that's what they're singing about, Jacob.
No. This is literally whoever made this song. Straight up, like this is Infinite's back. Like it starts out, it's slow, a piano, and then it drops into like an EDM song. And the drop,
maybe that is why I like it. You're right. Hold on,
the instrumental drop sounds exactly like Beck. Like it's even like the note structure is like very, very similar. It's straight up like I don't want to say they plagiarized it, but this is totally Infinite's back.
Maybe I should listen. I need to listen to more Infinite because you keep referring to.
Oh no, you would love Infinite.
Yeah, because you keep referring to
right
me
up your style.
Yeah, you keep referring to me all these like songs that I would like. It's just like I never get around to.
But no, similar actually.
This is an Infinite happier. Like. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a girl group version of Infinite's Pack, which that's my favorite Infinite song. So I obviously loved this song.
Well, yeah. I'm surprised it's like there's. I thought we were in agreement that the Chaser was like the best. Because
the beginning, like just the whole fact that like for 30 seconds it's a piano ballad, and then it just drops into this hype EDM song out of nowhere, and I love it so much. But yeah, so that like. Cooper mentioned it too in Discord, and I heard it, and like when he mentioned it, I instantly went to listen to the song. Like I didn't even like wait to go through the album. I was like, I need to hear this song,
and he was right.
And he was 100% right. But I think this song mixes their vocals and instrumentals really well. Also, this is probably one of XC's best raps. They even gave her 2 verses.
I agree.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
You can never have too much XC, honestly.
Yeah, usually she
gets like one verse, maybe.
It started out being XC and Friends,
yeah,
and then Yeonjung joined, and it became Yeonjung and Friends, and they finally started balancing it all.
And then it's XC and Yeonjung and Friends.
And Friends, yeah.
Is that what it's gonna be without Chung Chao? They're just gonna give me XC. I mean, that's the problem. It's just like, my bias, but more XC lines. I don't know.
Luda's getting more time to shine, so I'm okay.
Luda.
But no, yeah.
Hey,
I thought this was
don't sleep on Solo and Bono.
Probably one. Everyone, I like everyone in Ujusoño. Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite songs. I think "Save Me, Save You" is still my favorite, but it's fantastic. Which is a SNSD song.
Yep. Next, we have Masquerade. Which
the cover of the Phantom of the Opera song?
No, it's not. Got random thing. We heard that playing when we were in line for
Superman. I think.
Yeah, we were in line for Superman.
You heard Masquerade
yeah,
playing?
I was playing
because it's Fright Fest. So I'm just like, why aren't they playing Superman music? They're playing just like all this random like pop music, and then just like freaking Phantom of the Opera out of nowhere. Anyway,
oh, you heard the Phantom theme, or you heard Masquerade?
Or I forget. I actually forget which song, but anyway. So with this, I'd say what really like sells the song for me is actually the intro, just because the intro kind of reminds me of like Kingdom Hearts or like some type of thing like that, just like
it does,
really like orchestral type of music. Also, how is like such an upbeat, happy song from a girl group have like the funkiest bass line in the face of Illawarra? I was just like, wait, what? Of all the songs for them to have like such a sick bass line in, why this one? But yeah, that those are pretty much the two big reasons why I really enjoyed this song. Again, it's just like with the chorus, just the delivery is just super catchy. So,
this is another one that I did like. Again, I think it's just because this is another one that's more towards the G-Friend style of things, rather than their typical style that they have with Save Me, Save You, and You. Yeah, I enjoyed this one. Also, it kind of reminded me of like early IU songs, like
In a
You
way,
and I,
yeah.
and
Good Day.
Good Day. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, because IU loves using like the orchestral style of music. So.
Well, even in the like the type of notes that they use during the vocals and stuff like that definitely screams like early IU. So yeah, I like that a lot.
Nate?
So for me, yeah, I thought I like pretty much what Andrew said. Like, I thought the song had a really cool instrumental with like the jazzy lounge sound, but like a more upbeat version of it, and then with an awesome walking bass line. And then yeah, the strings that come in during the chorus fit really well and add to like the swelling of the song.
Yeah,
I thought it was a really solid song.
Yeah, it does a really good job of helping to build to the chorus, which I think they do a pretty good job of that just in general. So, Next we have "Hurry Up," which I literally the only notes I wrote for this is it's a TTS song. Enough said. That's literally all you have to say about it. And I mean, if you listen to this podcast, you should know how highly we revere TTS. So if we're calling it like a TTS song, that's basically that's saying it's perfect, basically.
Yep.
Jacob, I know you had to like this one. If you don't like this one, I swear.
So yeah, I did like this one just for like just right off the bat from the instrumental. Like we saw this kind of thing recently with Minsaw's what was it called?
Is Who,
yeah, right. Yeah, like just the old timey, like band style. And yeah, like again, like I think for Ujusonya to like win me over, they just got to do more like different variety style tracks, because I think just their current like standard style just doesn't really work for me as much, and I definitely like to see tracks like this.
Yeah, my first line was, "Oh my God, they gave him a big band style song."
Yeah.
And yeah, I like how the vocals for the most part are like in their normal style, but then there's a couple parts where they just go super hard in the in like the big band like style of singing.
Especially like Yeonjung. Yeonjung especially
exactly.
really leans into like she sounds almost like Taeyeon in this. Just like the sort of timbre in her voice is just incredible.
Yeah. And yeah, like you said, it reminds me of TTS and Semina. Like, it's that. It fits really well with those songs.
Yep.
And rounding us out on this mini album, we have You and I.
All right, hold up.
What?
It's a cover of the songs by Daya, Shiny, Unity, WJSN, Dreamcatcher, Park Bomb, and
Wait,
IU.
it's a cover of a WJSN song?
Oh crap! Yeah, that is the song. It is. Anyways,
you fucked up.
Yeah, I did. But anyways, there are 7 songs in my library called You and I.
Yep. Wait, did you say IU?
Yeah, he said IU.
Yeah, I did at the end.
Oh. Okay.
Not much to say on this. Just ballad, basically.
Yeah,
same thing.
It's a ballad.
Yeah. Yeah. The only things is the only notes I added other than it's a ballad. I actually said it's the ballad because
it's the ballad.
It's the ballad on the album. I do like the use of the acoustic guitar and like the snaps, for the beat. And then obviously vocals are great with Yeonjung's high notes are fantastic, as always.
Yeah, which is why I don't necessarily mind that she gets a lot of lines despite being in a 13-member group. It's just because she's able to
good.
Yeah, she's able to carry it, so she definitely deserves the amount of like workload that she usually gets in songs. All right, so in terms of rankings, ranking it out of 10 with up to 6 for music, up to 3 for concept, and up to 1 for a bias point, I am giving this a 6 for music because despite the ballad, just again, I don't know if I'd necessarily like rank it ahead of their previous albums. But I do think it might be one of their most well-rounded in terms of, again, variety. I'm talking in circles just because I was sort of praising. You'll see this later, but I praise Dreamcatcher for sort of the same sort of thing, just like a good amount of variety in this. And again, I despite being such a big fan of the signature Ujusoño sound, I do like the variety and the directions that they sort of explore in the album tracks. So I really appreciate that. That's why I give it a 6. It's only a 2 for concept though, because again, it just didn't. Or I wasn't as blown away by it visually or choreographically. And then 1 for obviously I'm gonna give them a bias point, so that's a 9 out of 10.
All right, so for me, mine's obviously I didn't like praise it quite as much. So for music, I gave it a 4 out of 6. Like the songs I didn't hate them, so I'm not gonna like dock off like an entire point per song for it. So I give 4 out of 6 overall. And then for concept, I did 2 out of 3 because again, nothing like blew me ways away. And then bias point because I don't feel that it deserves a 6, so I get a 7.
And I gave it a 10 out of 10.
You monster!
Because it is literally... What did you expect?
No.
I liked every song on the album.
You didn't give
6 out of 6
Dreamcatcher a
for
10.
music.
Don't spoil it!
because-
Don't spoil it! People
Too late.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't want people haven't
Spoilers.
watched it yet! Come on!
He gave
Bleep it
Dreamcatcher
out.
a
Bleep it
6.
out. Bleep it out.
No, that's too much work.
Yeah, that's like a whole like couple sentences to bleep out. No, yeah, like I said, every song on this album I liked a lot. I think the title tracks are strongest, and I think some of the album tracks are some of their strongest album tracks too. And like I said when I was talking about Save Me, Save You, I think it's their best music video. I think it's their best styling. I think it's their best choreo. So I obviously 3 out of 3 for concept and a bias point. So 10 out of 10. And you know what? That means it's an 8.6 repeating, which means it's rounded up to a 9, which means it gets a shiny. So screw you, Jacob, and your 7.
Nope, that's a 7.
Good job, Nate. Good job.
It's not a 10. Not even close.
And I didn't change my score just because of what Jacob gave it.
I didn't change my score. It's just like, I'm obviously gonna be pretty biased to them, but I don't know. Maybe just in my heart, I wouldn't be able to give it like a perfect score because it's not the group's not all there.
Because
like,
it doesn't have a that's literally my only negative thing with this album.
Like I couldn't. He just checked it on his calculator to see if you were in line.
I'm a computer science major. You think I can't add and divide by 3?
Okay, so it's a 9 out of 10. It gets the shiny. It's a truly Daebak album, despite oof.
Yes.
No oofs here. It totally deserves it.
Ujusoño's
And I mean, they've been
album.
Roblox.
and
oof.
seriously, shout out to like Full Bloom and like the rest of their production team because they've been on a roll all year. Honestly, I think they've probably been my favorite of the I-Yah branches. I mean, no surprise, but
I like the chorus a ton, and I like the string build up and their voices. But like the bridge and rap verses kind of feel a little out of place in the song.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like it doesn't like ruin it for me. I think it's a good song, but it definitely like threw me for a loop a little bit.
Yeah.